Welcome everyone, join us today as we pay tribute to Terry Hall, the iconic frontman of the Specials and a key figure in the ska revival movement. From his early days in Coventry to his rise to fame, he made an enduring impact on both music and culture. So let's dive in. Terence Edward Hall, born the 19th of March 1959 in Coventry, Warwickshire, in England. He was zodiac sign Pisces. Of German and Jewish descent, Terry grew up with two older sisters. His father worked at the Rolls-Royce aeronautics factory, while his mother was employed at a Chrysler car plant. Despite showing academic promise by easily passing his 11+ exam and having the talent to earn a football trial with West Bromwich Albion, he received little encouragement from his parents in either area. Terry's childhood was marked by a traumatic experience when he was 12 years old. He was abducted by a schoolteacher while on a trip to France, where he became a victim of abuse. He later addressed this painful chapter of his life in the song, Well Fancy That, which he recorded with Funboy III in 1983. He struggled with depression following the trauma and was prescribed medication at 13 to help him manage. Before turning 15, Terry left school and took on a series of short-term jobs, including work as a bricklayer, quantity surveyor, and apprentice hairdresser. Terry became a key figure in Coventry's thriving music scene in the late 1970s. He first played in a local punk band called Squad and even co-wrote their single, Red Alert. When Squad opened for an early version of the Specials, then known as the Automatics, band member Jerry Dammers noticed Terry's talent and invited him to join. Impressed by their songs, Terry accepted, although the band's unique sound would take some time to develop. Becoming the Specials in early 1979, Terry rose to prominence in the UK when BBC Radio 1 DJ John Peel played their debut single, Gangsters. The band then released their debut album, The Specials, featuring hits like A Message to You Rudy, and Too Much Too Young. Their second album, More Specials, released in October 1980, produced additional hits, including Do Nothing, Stereotype, and Rat Race. Amid rising tensions within the Specials, Hall left the band after the release of their hit single, Ghost Town, to form a new group, Funboy III, with fellow bandmates Linval Golding and Neville Staple. Funboy III's debut single, The Lunatics, Have Taken Over the Asylum, came out in 1981, followed by a successful 1982 duet with Bananarama, It Ain't What You Do, It's the Way That You Do It. The band also provided guest vocals on Bananarama's Really Saying Something, and appeared in Madness's music video for Driving in My Car. Their debut album, Funboy III, reached number 7 on the UK Albums Chart. In 1983, they released their second album, Waiting, which featured two top 10 hits, The Tunnel of Love, and Our Lips Are Sealed. The latter was co-written by Hall and Jane Wiedlin, and it had already achieved success in the US with Wiedlin's band, The Go-Go's. In 1984, Terry formed band The Colourfield with Carl Shale and Toby Lyons, a former member of the Swinging Cats. Although all three were from Coventry, the band was based in Manchester. Their debut album, Virgins and Philistines, was released in 1985 and featured the hit single, Thinking of You. The album spent 7 weeks on the UK chart, peaking at number 12. This shift in Terry's musical style led to collaborations with Ian Broody, with Terry contributing to several of Broody's Lightning Seeds albums. He also co-wrote Smoke Ring for Broody's debut solo album, Tales Told, which was also the lead track on the Smoke Rings EP. The Colorfield's second album, Deception, came out in 1987 and reached number 95 on the UK Albums Chart. After the Colourfield disbanded, Terry joined forces with American actress Blair Booth and jeweler Anucha Gross to form the group TerryBlair&Anouchka in 1989. The trio shared an affinity for 1960s pop and kitschy mainstream hits, as shown by their cover of Captain and Tennille's Love Will Keep Us Together. Their debut single, Missing, was released in the autumn of 1989 and reached number 75 on the UK Singles Chart, followed by Ultra Modern Nursery Rhyme, which peaked at number 77. The group's debut album, Ultra Modern Nursery Rhymes, came out in February 1990 but failed to chart, and the group disbanded shortly afterward. Next, Terry teamed up with Eurythmics' David A. Stewart to form the duo Vegas, along with Swedish producer Ola Romo and Emmanuel Gio. They created a polished electronic pop sound and released a self-titled album with RCA Records in 1992, heavily promoted by their label BMG. The album included a few singles, such as a cover of Charles Aznavour's hit, She. However, only Possessed managed to crack the UK Top 40, peaking at number 32. Terry launched his solo career in 1994 with the album Home, produced by Ian Broody of the Lightning Seeds. The album, which included former Echo and the Bunnymen bassist Les Pattinson, peaked at number 95 on the UK Albums Chart. Its standout single, Sense, reached number 54 on the UK Singles Chart. In 1995, Terry released the Rainbows EP, a collaboration with Damon Albarn of Blur, which reached number 62 on the UK Singles Chart. His next album, Laugh, came out in 1997 and became his most successful solo effort, reaching number 50 on the UK Albums Chart. The album featured the UK Top 50 single, Ballad of a Landlord, and included contributions from longtime collaborator Craig Gannon. In 2003, Terry teamed up with Mushtaq from Fundamental to create the album The Hour of Two Lights, featuring a diverse array of artists including Damon Albarn of Blur, a young Lebanese singer, a blind Algerian rapper, a Syrian flautist, Hebrew vocalists, and Polish gypsies. He also contributed to the 2001 Gorillaz and D12 collaboration single 911, singing the chorus alongside Albarn, with D12 providing the rap verses. He appeared on Never Alone from Junkie XL's 2003 album, Radio JXL, a broadcast from the Computer Hell Cabin. Terry was also featured on True Love by Toots and the Maytals, an album that won the 2004 Grammy Award for Best Reggae Album and included a variety of notable musicians. He contributed vocals to several tracks on the Dub Pistols' 2007 album Speakers and Tweeters, after featuring on their song, Problem Is, from 6 Million Ways to Live. Terry performed live at the Glastonbury Festival, appearing on the Pyramid stage with Lily Allen and former Specials bandmate Linval Golding, and on the Park stage with Golding, Damon Albarn, and beatboxer Shlomo for a rendition of the Specials' A Message to You Rudy. He also performed at Guildfest on the BBC Radio 2 stage with the Dub Pistols and Golding. Terry reached out to his former Specials bandmates about the possibility of reuniting. On March 30, 2008, he announced that the band would be reforming for upcoming tours and potentially new recordings. On September 6, 2008, 6 members of the Specials performed as a surprise act on the main stage at Festival, billed as very special guests, because their original keyboardist and main songwriter, Jerry Dammers, who owns the rights to the name The Specials, was not present. The band then announced a 2009 tour to celebrate their 30th anniversary. Terry continued performing with the Specials through 2018, including a show with the Rolling Stones, alongside original members Linval Golding and Horace Panther, and frequently DJ'd at various UK venues. On February 1, 2019, the Specials released a new album, Encore, which debuted at number 1 on the UK Albums Chart, becoming their highest charting album to date. Personally, Terry revealed that he struggled with lifelong depression after being abducted at the age of 12, which led to an addiction to the medication prescribed for his condition. After an attempt to take his own life in 2004, he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Romantically, Terry had a short-lived relationship with Jane Veidlin of the Go-Go's in 1980, and together they co-wrote song, Our Lips Are Sealed. He had 2 sons with his first wife, Jeanette Hall, including DJ Felix Hall, and another son with his second wife, Lindy Heyman. In 2022, Terry fell ill with what was thought to be a stomach bug, but it was later revealed to be pancreatic cancer that had spread to his liver. Sadly, on 18 December 2022, Terry died from the disease, at the age of 63. And there you have it. Thank you for joining us in remembering Terry Hall, a true musical pioneer whose voice and vision continue to inspire generations. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more stories about the legends of music. Take care and bye for now.